Welcome to
Hi
the pod.
everyone!
We're back.
Surprise!
We're back. Back.
Sorry for
back
leaving y'all
again.
hanging, but we were recovering from our matching BBLs.
Picture us like in the plane, like laying down.
For our listeners who don't watch videos, we got BBLs
Yeah.
matching.
They're humongous. Waist like an iPhone.
Waist, like it's not even there, you
I
guys.
I know.
Titties,
Yeah.
agugas.
Throwback.
And we got I was trying to reference somebody's butt. We have like Kim Kardashian's butt, but that time that she went like real crazy.
What
You ever
year?
seen that picture? I don't know. This was like probably like in the Kanye era. Where like you would see pictures and you're like, okay, bitch, you're clearly doing something. Like, because her legs were like so skinny. And then like a fucking huge like
Mattress.
like not even like a gradual like widening.
Just a bit.
Just like
colchón.
pinche palos and then like boom.
And
That's
then
what we look like.
Now they've swung the other way. The Kardashians. It's all about being really skinny.
That's the mark of conservatism, if that's a word, and a recession.
The mark of the
It's when you
beast.
undo your BBLs. But yes, you guys, we have spent the last couple of weeks recovering because all this fame went to our head, and we just obviously we had to, from all the money we're making.
I know we missed a lot of events. We didn't go to the Devil Wears Prada premiere even though we were invited. We just couldn't make it.
It was, you guys,
It was too much.
I couldn't handle another red carpet. So we just sort of took our time to decompress, deal with regular schmegular lives, do our taxes. And now we're calling this season 2 premiere.
Which, okay, I did feel bad about, because I was the one who was like, I need a break because I had a lot of stuff going on. But I'm glad we took the break because I was thinking about it. And we had kind of been doing nonstop recording since October.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I need a break. I hope you enjoyed the break as
No,
well.
I mean, honestly, this is first and foremost a hobby,
Yeah.
not a job.
Yeah. And
I wanted to try being
my size Amy, you don't know. Oh. You're like, no, not that one.
But I did show Ricardo that video because he did not have context when I was like, I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
Try being my size Amy.
You don't know. No, what was I going to say now?
You were saying try being.
I
don't
lost
know.
it. Oh, try being an influencer. That video where she's like, this makeup artist, she's like, I just finished working. It is 5:30. Try being an influencer. People were like, bitch, that's most of our days.
But you know what's crazy? This break we missed so much. The Brian Nome titty, the cross-dressing. We missed what? Did Iran happen before we?
It was the day of it was the day that we recorded when we found out that started happening.
What
The
else did we
last
miss?
recording I think we did. Tons of shootings.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
missed Ice Spice getting beat up
Yeah. Well,
or jumped at the McDonald's. We missed Earth Day, which was yesterday.
Easter.
Easter's, you guys. We missed is that when Jesus Christ rose from the
Cracked
dead?
out of the egg. Yeah.
We missed that. Cracked out of the egg. What else did we? Oh, we missed the Mormon wives drama.
I don't know.
Let me tell you that for a couple of weeks, I was like deep into the secret lives of Mormon wives. Yeah, I think it's that, like on Hulu.
Oh, so it's not the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's
No,
okay,
it's like
it's separate.
specifically more. Have you not heard of them?
I have, but I haven't.
So
really gotten into
okay,
it.
I heard of it because like I would see people like it's now in its 4th season, but like I would see people like post like during season 1, season 2, like, oh my god, like just can't get enough of it. And one of them was Arlene. I'm pretty sure it was Arlene, and she was like trash TV. I love it, and I was like, oh, I have to watch it. So I started season 1 maybe like late last year, and then I watched a couple of episodes, and I was like, okay, these bitches are crazy. And I was into it, but then I sort of left it off. But things were happening like in real time on social media, because these are like active TikTokers, that I was like, okay, I gotta watch the show
Yeah.
for background. So then I went back and like finished season 1, season 2, and then like season 4 premiered in either February or March. It was right, I guess, right around the time we took a pause, and then I watched it. So like it's a fucking mess, and it just got me into this like wormhole of like Mormonism and how it's, and I don't know, maybe this is just like my perception, like very mainstream, like putting it out there. And it's interesting because these are women who are supposed to be like, or who are trying to be like, you know, like feminism, like women first, and like being like independent, or like being like making money, and
Like
like
Mormon women or the women on the show?
the women, they're Mormon.
But you're saying this ideal they're trying to achieve, is that a part of Mormonism, or this is just like,
I think like breaking the norms of Mormonism and being like, hey guys, we're fun too. Like,
oh, I see.
like we are like badasses, or we can be badasses. And then that just sort of got me into like the wormhole of like Mormonism in general, which what these women are, first of all, season 1, could not tell them apart. Some of them, I'm telling you, when I look at some white women and the more plastic surgery that, or whatever they have, I'm like, I can't tell who's who.
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, maybe like 8 women. So it's also a lot for me to keep track of like, okay, now I'm meeting her and her and her.
Yeah.
But this all happened because of a swinging scandal.
Oh, okay.
So, and you guys, this is just me like finding out this realm of like the TikTokers, because they call it mom talk, and like the reality show. So forgive, I'm gonna botch things up for sure, but it's like there were these like women, like stay-at-home moms, or some of them have like businesses too, but like mostly stay-at-home moms who live in, I think it is Salt Lake City. So they started like creating content, hashtag mom talk, and then they started to go viral. So then they were like, oh, let's film like TikToks together. Like it was like a click. And so they were, this one of them, her name is Taylor Frankie Paul, and that's who the famous one is.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar, the name?
Oh, the Frankie kids, no?
No, that's Ruby Frankie.
But were they Mormon as well?
No, the one that the boy with that was tied outside.
Yes.
No, that was just like cultish shit.
Oh, shit.
That was like
Lesbian
self-help
cult.
cultish. Yeah. Because I think they were like
Lovers.
lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but this Taylor Frankie Paul like comes forward sometime in 2022, talking about a swinging scandal, soft swinging, she calls it. So like, honestly, only the people that were there know the truth, but they were saying like, oh, we would just like make out with each other's husbands and stuff. And she comes out saying that like her marriage like blew up because one of the husband of one of the couples professed his, like, fell in love with her and was like, we fucked up, like whatever, like we love each other. So then that blows up, and because like it's a swinging scandal, it goes viral, Hulu picks it up for a show.
Interesting.
So in that, it's like, that's like the root of it. So when she's starting out, she's like, she's embarrassed. She's like, I put it all out there. I was trying to be honest and I got shit for it. And then all the other moms who claim, because I don't know of the truth, that they were never involved in that. It was like, yeah, but that was only like a very specific group of couples. That wasn't us. And now you made us look bad. And like, there's like this whole drama going on.
Was she shunned from the church? Because I know those
I don't
kinds of
think so,
churches do
because-
that. They will literally. There's another podcast I listen to called Twinnuendo, and one of them is, they're twins. One of them is gay. One of them is straight. He used to be a pastor, and he was shunned from the church. And literally, whenever he would come across other people from his former church, they would turn their back towards him. Like they literally shun you.
Well, none of this like filming or like, it's very specific what you see. So you don't really see them like do church stuff, but they talk about like their faith and like Mormonism, but they also talk about like they want to break certain norms and like They want to, you know, enjoy being like, you know, like women and stuff. And so like I'm actually not sure exactly what that means in terms of their faith or like whether they're actually going. But here are these like group of women who went viral, get brand deals, are so successful, and then you have their husbands who are just like whiny.
Are they whiny because they see the women being successful and there's not a spotlight on them?
I think so. So they tried to do something called dad talk, and everybody like on the internet rejected them.
They're like, no, thank you.
They're like, no, thank you. But when I was like, okay, I really got to get into this show, is that Taylor Frankie Paul was offered Bachelorette. So she was the Bachelorette that was supposed to premiere.
Was there a video of her going crazy?
Yes. Well, it's a domestic violence video.
So
It's like
she was doing the domestic violence.
No, I think it was the guy that was like cornering her and like
because when I saw
her.
it, they framed it like she went crazy.
I think that's why people are pissed off, is that the narrative was like, oh, she's fucking crazy, and because she like also is very like, I'm crazy and I overreact, and it's like, no girl, you got to recognize when you're being manipulated, and or like you got to recognize who the real bad person is here. And it's how like there's a video where they're like saying that she threw a stool and she hit her daughter. But the context of it is that the guy, the boyfriend, the baby daddy, gets close to the daughter and like basically baits her. So he's like next to her. So of course, if you throw something, he
used her like a shield.
Used her like a shield. Like, yeah. And so I think a lot of that is like slowly coming out as like court things are going on, like like body cams are being like, they just show the video where she's like agitated, but then you find out that he like had her locked in the garage. So she gets out, she's like fucking feral, she's like pissed off, but like everybody was like just looking at this part.
And then she lost her deal, right, to be the Bachelorette.
Oh, well, yeah, they scrapped, like they did not premiere it.
Yeah.
And so people were like really pissed off about that, because they're like, okay, now you're finding out the truth, and they're also being like, okay, but you knew that this was drama. Like, is that not why you chose her? Like, she came onto the spotlight for drama. She's on a reality show that like shows drama, and now all of a sudden ABC is surprised that there's drama.
All of a sudden they have like a moral compass.
Yes, exactly. So like that's one like drama. Another one is that like there's one of them is called Whitney, and I think she's like my favorite one, because she's like very honest. She like did not want to return to like Mom Talk or the show, but they told her like, hey, if you come back for season 3 or season 4, whatever, you'll get to audition for Dancing with the Stars. And she's like, bet, I want to do that. So she goes back and she tells all of them, she's like, hey guys, you guys have made it pretty clear that you don't like me, because she was like the villain for like season 1 and 2, I think. She's like, you made it clear that you don't like me, so I'm only here because they told me I could audition for Dancing with the Stars or whatever. But another one also gets to audition, and then one of them is her name is Jen Affleck.
No relation,
but they did prank her, telling her that they were related to Ben Affleck. So she like made that her part of her identity.
Oh my God.
Until they were like, I don't know where you heard that. We're just kidding. But it's one of those things where like she also auditioned, and then Whitney, I learned that she has like dance in her past. So she was like really good. And I think people think that she could have won. But when Jen got eliminated, she goes on live and she says, well, I'm not voting for Whitney. So then people think they're like, oh, you don't think you had influence over like whether or not Whitney was going to make it? Yeah. So I think Whitney was like disqualified, voted out like two or 3 weeks later. But it's like, if you think about it, what if she was like, hey guys, like I know that I'm out, but you all support me, but if you want to keep supporting Mom Talk, vote for Whitney. Like I feel like people are like, you could have done that. You could have been like, I'm out, but let's have my fan base like support them. And so when the other Mom Talkers would go in like the talking heads of the reality show, Whitney was always like, the girls are here to support Jen and me. Like, we're so excited. And then it would cut to Jen, and Jen would be like, the girls are here to support me. So like, you just kind of saw, I'm rambling, you guys. This show.
Ricky, cut that.
No, I'm cutting out all of it. You guys need to talk about real things. Don't talk about a TV show for 3 hours.
I want to talk. So like, why I was into this Mormon thing for like a couple of weeks is because then I saw the documentary where like you have the fundamentalists who are like the men that basically pedophiles, right? Who have like wives that are really, really young. And I'm like, that's like, there's just like a spectrum of this religion where you have like these men who are really like controlling, sick pedophiles. And then you have like the fun mom talkers who like drink soda all day because they don't like drink alcohol. So they have like, they always have their like dirty sodas.
Yeah.
Which I'm down to try a dirty soda.
Yeah.
I don't even know if like there's one in Austin, like to do a dirty soda.
Well, that's a good point. But so have you ever had a mocktail before?
Yes, yeah. Which was super fucking sweet.
I used to make fun of mocktails because I'm like, that's juice.
That's juice, but it's like too much sugar.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, and then some reference that they make on the show, like when they talk about, there's some tidbits that you pick up on like their religion. Is there, what do you call them? They're undergarments? They just wear like more modest undergarments, is my understanding. But they talk about mission work. Like they reference mission work.
Yeah.
And this reminded me of like how the Mormons would come to my house a lot.
And their little
Did
white...
they ever go to your house?
Yes.
And their little white button downs with the little tie and their little clip of like their name and like being like Latter-day Saints or whatever. They would always come to my house, and my brother Joaquin, like he says that like when he was home and they would come, you know, they just want to talk to you, like spread the gospel or whatever the fuck. Joaquin would be like, ooh, I'd really like to, but like my mom says I have to wash the dishes. And they would come in, they would like, oh, we can help, like anything to get to talking to you. So he would do that. And I remember they would come by when we would play loteria outside, but they can't gamble. So they would play, but like no money.
Interesting.
And then one time one of them farted like in front of everybody, and everybody laughed. Y el güerito like it's like they're young, right?
Yeah.
He gets all red and he gets like, oh, I'm so sorry. And we're like, oh, it's whatever. But they would like hang out with us. And I remember also a family would come to like our house. So like our house was in the lot, is my mom's house is in the front, and then my tia's house is in the back. So they would come and visit my tia because for a while she would go to the church. And I just remember they like come and like take us out for ice cream. And I'd be like, that's crazy. When they talk about the mission work, that's literally what they're doing. They're like praying, I'm going to say praying on these like low income communities, like where like people of color primarily are just like feeling like they need, you know, something like some kind of like faith or connection. And I think they pray on that. And then they're like, let me baptize you.
Yeah.
So then they do that. And it just got me thinking of like, oh, when one of the guys on the show was like, yeah, then mission work. And I was like, that's mission work. And then what wasn't it like a couple summers ago, those little Mormon bitches hit my car?
Yeah. Mormon bitches.
TM trademark. No, okay. And I'm only saying bitches to those three fucking, I don't know. They're probably teenagers.
Oh, me, cunts.
No, and this is why, you guys, because it was like we were in Laredo, and I think Ricardo was like, hey, let me try to find out if I can get like an oil change real quick here. I was like, fine. So he goes, and I think he's at like O'Reilly or something, but he's in a parking lot. And this is my Equinox that I had. And he like leaves, and then he calls me, and he's like, a big truck just like hit your car. So like but it wasn't like smash. It was, they were parked, and then like when they were trying to leave, the way that they just like.
No, it's when they were trying to park. As they were going to their parking spot, they scraped the back of your car, and then to fix it, they backed out and then scraped your car again. Yes.
So I wasn't there, but he's like, this just happened. I was like, chinga madre. But then the thing is that they get off, and they're like, he's pissed. So he's like, did you not look where you were going? Because these three of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, would Kias come out?
Well, they were.
Were they white?
They were three white women. I think they were from Utah, actually.
Telling you down here doing mission work.
I walked out to one of them out of the car, trying to guide the other ones out of the parking spot, but just making it worse. And then I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they said, "Oh, we're sorry, we're Mormons." I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah, and they
my
were
God.
when they introduced themselves, they said sister.
"Yeah." I was like, well, "What are your names? I need your insurance." They're like, "I'm Sister Ann, whatever her name was." I was like, "Is Sister your first name? I need your full name. I don't care if you're sisters." And they're like, "We don't have this is the church's car, and the church has the insurance."
What was it, like a Ford?
It was a big pickup
It was
truck.
Was it white
No, it
to
was
match
a
their shirts?
big red truck. In my memory, they were dressed like the handmaidens from
Like
the
long
Handmaid's Tale.
skirts.
Yeah, that's how they're dressed in my memory.
With bonnets?
Yeah.
With bonnets?
No, but I think that's I feel like low key that was like some sort of like weaponizing, right? Being like, "Oh, I'm sister so," and
Yes, and then while
The church.
when I called the police to file the incident report, and while we were waiting for the police, they were like, "So, do you believe in God?" And they were just like trying to talk to me. I was
you're like, "I believe in insurance, so bitch, you better show it."
I have a story similar to this about people. What is it? Proselytizing? Is that what you would call that? That's the term, right? Proselytizing.
I don't know. I don't know words.
Okay,
I've never heard that word.
So one of the reasons why we paused the podcast is because I had a leak in my house, which caused extensive damage, and it was just a very stressful situation. So we noticed the leak on Sunday night. And then we called a plumber on Monday. They came out Tuesday. So it was like this Latino guy who came out, whatever. He was fine. Usually I get really uncomfortable when tradesmen come to the house because I'm like, "I'm gay, you're straight. Like, are you going to the vibe is, I always get tense about that." But he was fine. Luke, luckily, I was like, "Can you please just take the day off or take half day? I want you to be here," while he looks at the plumbing. It was a whole thing. He finishes. Luke is like, "I like this guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah." As soon as he leaves, he turns to Luke after he gets paid or whatever. And he's like, "Has anyone talked to you about Jesus Christ?" And Luke was like, "What?" And just closes the door.
He's
I was
like, "Who?"
He was like, "You waited until after to talk to
What
us
if
about
he was
Jesus
like,
Christ."
as he's leaving, he's like, "Bye guys, by the way, that ain't right."
Well, that was very much the vibe. And then afterwards, Luke was like, "Okay, is he going to use this against us? Because we're going to have to talk to insurance." I was like, "I'm sure it's fine. I think he's just fucking Christian. I don't necessarily think it was personal."
Yeah.
And too, in our neighborhood, we have a lot of Jehovah's Witness who'll come to the door. And then one time too, across the street in the apartments, because I live in a very it's mostly Latinos. We saw this group of white guys, and that's usually that's very unusual. And they came for several days, and one of the days they were throwing a barbecue and playing with a bunch of little Mexican kids, playing soccer with them. And then after that, we never saw them again.
That was community service.
I guess so. They did their little quota and they never came back.
That was state mandated community service. Yeah, so I think that's when he told me, I was pissed off because I was I could just picture them trying to hide behind the religion.
Also, I feel weaponizing frail womanhood or something like that too.
And then for him to be like, "Is your first name sister?" cracked me
That's
up because
pretty funny.
what are they gonna say to that? And that's what I'm gonna say. Those are my only experiences with Mormons. So not great.
I had a friend in high school who was Mormon, and she was really nice, but they definitely try to get you to into their church, because she'd be like, "You should come to my church. We play games and we have raffles and it's really fun and you should come." And I was never gonna do that, but I remember telling my mom, and my mom is just a diehard Catholic. There's some drama where potentially somebody in my family might want to change religions, and she does not approve of that at all.
Oh.
So she was like, "You are not going. We're Catholic. You don't
She's
they're not gonna go and
"Gay,
convert you."
Fine. Jehovah's Witness, get the fuck out of my house.
I mean, no, honestly, she's I don't know, something about Catholicism she's very passionate about. I don't know why.
So, I mean, I get the need, the want, like to for faith, right?
Yeah.
To believe in something, to want to think that there's something beyond you, because life is fucking crazy. And what do we say? God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Yeah, that's me for sure. But then the way that the church has just, and this is beyond, like, any church has like just evolved to like pray and like pray as in prey, you guys, on people. And like instead of being welcoming of like, hey, like if you want to, learn more about us, like you're welcome, instead of like putting it on you of like heavy Jesus Christ in your face type of stuff.
I mean, I think it really is just about money.
Oh yeah,
You need butts and seats.
Joel Osteen, that when that fucker didn't open his church during the hurricanes.
Harvey? Was it Harvey?
Yeah, in Houston.
But what was it the Mattress King did?
And the Mattress King did. He was like, beds for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, of course.
Yeah.
And for people who, that's the thing, like for people who regard themselves in like faith and like humanity and like we're all sisters and brothers, okay, then where the fuck are you in these times?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just kind of theater. So like, again, going to that podcast I was talking to you about where like he used to be a former pastor, like looking back, he's like, a lot of it was performative. Like you take picture with the people like of that like poor neighborhood in Colombia that you visited, and
one time.
You hand out this kind of stuff. You do plays for them.
You build one house.
Maybe if
and you
that,
call it a day.
If that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's all for a photo op because at the end of the day, like a lot of those religions, it's pick yourself up by your bootstraps. And if you're not a part of our clan, literally, then they're not going to help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once you leave that church, they're not going to help you.
The other thing though is that like, so I won't spend too much time talking about this because Ricardo's like, you're boring. Yeah. But he swears you guys that you guys are not interested in the movies that I watch. But I watched this documentary. No, I just want to say quickly, like the documentary, it really doesn't matter, but it's like, we know that these men are predator, but the fact that this man, and I'm not even going to name his name, one, because I forgot, and two, because fuck him, but to call himself a prophet and like have everybody believing in him. Can you imagine just meeting somebody telling you they're a prophet and you being like,
Bet.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. Like, what?
That's what Jesus did.
And let me tell you about that.
But let's also go back to an episode where you're like, I wouldn't mind being a part of a cult.
You're right.
Well, I feel like you'd want to be in a cult that was a collective with
a
like
co-op,
with a council, not where like one leader.
Where everyone, even the leader, drinks the Kool-Aid, like all of us. But no, it's just like watching this fucking thing. Like one, that guy's a fucking predator, and he had like wives that were young.
And they have that like real specific like peinado. It's like the fleco with the. I don't know what.
Yeah, you
and
guys.
The dresses.
I'm blanking on the name, but like real quick, the premise is that this couple, like filmmaker, like very in media, like writers, filmmakers. It's this couple that moves into like a town. I think it's like bordering like Nevada in Utah. Do those states border? They start documenting their move.
Warren Jeffs. Was it Trust Me, the False Prophet?
Yes, Trust Me, the False Prophet. Yeah.
So, yeah, Samuel Bateman. Yeah.
So the one that you mentioned is the one that got arrested a couple years ago. That's the Pray, Sweet, and Obey. Keep, Pray, Sweet, and Obey documentary, separate. But anyways, they're like filming their move. They're just documenting and whatever. But they meet this being like former Mormons, and they're like, they infiltrate it, and they're saying like, hey, like we're just filming our lives, but we're meeting you, like, do you mind? And then it slowly starts becoming more about them because this fucking man, the Bateman guy, likes the spotlight. And they're talking to the fucking FBI, and they're like feeding all this data, like all this information, intel of like, yeah, he's got young girls, but they're trying to get him like caught in something. But because that Warren guy got caught years earlier, when she's like, let me take a picture of you guys, he's like, No, that's how they got Warren. And she's like, and she says it in like in the documentary of being like, I had to pretend like I'm okay with this and I'm a friend. So her response was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. But they've got like hidden, like when you like position the camera like slyly, whatever, secretly, and you can hear like audio, you see the young girls that are there. So like eventually the whole point is that like this guy is a because claiming he's a prophet, wanting all the attention, he's all for the cameras. And that's how they fucking get him. And I was like, idiot, of course.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and you look at this man and you're like, he told you he was a prophet and you believed him? But I mean, women are manipulated or can be manipulated.
Especially if you...
Or not even women. Anybody can be manipulated.
Especially if you do it when they're young, that's grooming.
So one of them was like, what is it? Like, 10 toes down, standing for this man. This is my husband and whatever. She's now on TikTok, like unlearning all of the things that she learned. And she's like talking about it. She's like, she's come to terms in the documentary. She hates the woman that tells on the guy. Like fucking, like they have guns.
Yeah.
Like low key a small militia like them. But
does she ever talk about like she had a feeling that they were there to expose them?
Yeah, she doesn't trust him. So you can tell in the actual documentary, she's very shifty. Like she's like, I don't know what her intentions are.
Yeah.
And then after it came out, she was like pissed off because there's like some body cam footage that you see and she's like pissed off at this woman. And now she's like, I thank her.
Yeah.
Like the brainwashing that people go through.
It's so interesting that even though she was brainwashed, like her body knew that this woman was like trying to expose this whole situation.
Yeah, like
the man was too fucking stupid because he was up his own ass. He was just like, ooh, cameras.
Exactly. And why people are like making fun of him on TikTok is because like there's like a segment or whatever, like a scene where they're outside and like in El Monte and he's just running and like jumping on rocks and like parkouring for the camera. And he's like, did you get that? Like just running around and people are like, he's a fucking loser. And I know I had said like, oh, let's just be a part of a cult so things are easier for us. But the day that a man stands in front of me and tells me he's a prophet, I'll kill him dead.
Well,
like,
you know, I just think that's so interesting that you bring that up because right now, that's another thing we miss is the beef between the Pope and Donald Trump. Like, what the fuck is happening? Where all of a sudden now people who were like diehard Catholics, like they don't want to be Catholics anymore because the Pope is fighting with Donald Trump. Sean Hannity, who is apparently a lifelong Catholic, has decided he's not going to be Catholic anymore because he disrespected Donald Trump. And it's so interesting that some Christians are like, it's fucked up that he put himself in that AI image where he portrayed himself as Jesus.
Oh my God.
While other people were like, I think it's fine. I'm a Christian. I think that's fine. So it's there. Yeah. The indoctrination, the brainwashing, it's just so interesting to see people like stand on their 10 toes and be like, I'm fine with this. I don't know what that says about you. I don't know if that means you have some deficiencies in your mental faculties. I don't know if that just means you're insecure, you have nothing to go off of, you've already put all your eggs in one basket and you're just gonna like go for it. I don't know what that means.
It's when you're vulnerable, right? About anything.
Just hateful.
Or just hateful. Oh, but like, do you think Kristi Noem's husband, do you think that's real?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, real in the sense that this all happened around the time when people started turning on Pam Bondi, right?
On Kristi Noem?
No, Kristi Noem. Yeah.
Well, I mean both.
But Pam Bondi too. Fuck that bitch too.
Yeah. Fuck Pam Bondi.
Fuck. Who says that?
Trixie and Katya. Fuck Pam Bondi.
Fuck Pam Bondi. No, like when Kristi Noem going through all like, you know how in the hearing and she's like stumbling through everything or whatever, and like she was the scapegoat, right?
Yeah, all the women are going down like flies.
Yeah. So then it's like, okay, how do we further distance Kristi Noem from us? is it low key convenient that like, oh, now like let's out her husband and what he does?
Well, it kind of backfires. It's backfired because it's spurred a conversation about what it means to be queer versus cross-dressing, which we just released an
We
episode.
talked about that.
Yes, and that was insightful for me too, because I mean I knew people cross-dressed. I've heard people say like sometimes they're straight, whatever, but it wasn't until what was the creator's name? We follow her on TikTok because her name is Kat Black. She's a black trans woman, and so she's the one who referenced the Sam Rockwell scene in Black and White Lotus where he talks about cross-dressing.
Okay.
And so in that episode, he talks about like, you know, I'm a white male. I came to Thailand. I wanted to fuck as many women as I wanted to, fat, tall, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He had this realization when he took a quote unquote lady boy home, which is a trans woman. I think in Thailand, they refer to themselves as lady boys, but he's like, that wasn't unusual for me. But this time, like, what I wanted was to inhabit the body that I was taking advantage of so I can feel what it's like to be taken advantage of by someone as powerful as me as a white man.
Dressing as quote unquote the lady boy would dress. Well, yeah, well, that's what we're saying because when we're like, oh my God, did we like see this coming?
Yeah, I mean,
Christy, no.
well, I mean, I guess it's been in the lexicon. Like you have Trixie and Katya talking about like the crossies and like how like that's different. And like, I never really got that until this creator. And it's just so interesting. So you were saying like, you know, was this a convenient thing? And like, did they want to like pin it on like gay people or whatever? But it's like a lot of people social media is here to educate people that like, this isn't a queer thing. This thing is based in misogyny. It's based in like trying to be,
okay.
you know what I mean? It's not based on like, I want to be a woman. It's more like, I want to demean women. So I'm going to dress myself as something demeaning.
There's a creator also that like people also make fun of him online because like this is more trans, but
Oh, is he the one who goes into bathrooms?
no. It's the guy who like, and I say guy because like he, I guess at the beginning was like, I'm straight, I'm a man, I'm just making fun of transgender people and was like dressing up, but like his outfits get progressively cuter and his makeup gets progressively better and people are like, have you thought about this? Like maybe you are trans.
Well, the one I'm thinking of, he rage baits.
It's the one that gets upset when they misgender
Yes.
him, which completely in line with like, yeah, if they misgender you should say something. But I think what I've also heard is that he does.
Yeah.
He does it on purpose.
They're trying to infiltrate. They're trying to make things like to be a problem. I don't know. I find that shit like really insufferable because as it is, people have a hard time. And then for you to go in and like try to like,
They're always at Disney too, right?
or like in bathrooms or like at restaurants or whatever. So I don't know. But to your point, I think what they wanted to do was to like be like, oh, see, you know, she's got one of them in her house too.
Yeah.
When in actuality, the rest of us are like, we don't give a fuck if this guy does this, but like to be a hypocrite about it, you know what I mean? As a conservative.
If you were, okay, put yourself in Christy Gnome's lip filler and how would you react? The pictures of your husband.
I'm Christy Gnome. Or am I like just a Christian woman?
No, you're Christy Gnome.
Okay. Well,
and you get a text message that they're like, is this your husband? And it's his picture.
If I'm Christy Gnome, then I'd be like, yes, I'm free. Only because she has been known to have, she's been in like some sort of relationship with another man that was in like government, like in her department. So a lot of people were saying like, I think they had a mutual understanding, like you put on your titties and I'm going to go fuck this other guy.
Just a typical Thursday night.
Again, Christian family values, right?
Yeah, but like keep that shit under like a lock and key. Like nobody can know about this.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard Grindr's hosting like some sort of White House correspondence dinner right now. And apparently it has attracted some like representation from the Trump administration to maybe go to this thing. Is that interesting? Now TMZ as well is going to Washington instead of harassing celebrities, they're going and harassing senators and being like, hey, why did you vote on this?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, you haven't seen those?
No.
Yeah, so they're going and they're like, Pam Bondi or whoever, like, why didn't you vote for
like,
this?
fuck
and
Pam Bondi.
Yeah, and they're just like they're getting like really flustered and or whatever. So like people are saying like finally TMZ is doing something good. Which I mean, fuck the guy who
That's boots on the ground journalism.
fuck the guy who's the head of TMZ because I think he was like this with Trump at one point. And
Yes.
he's gay. What's his name? Something Harvey? I forget his name.
Harvey,
Whatever.
my
little
qualm
short-
with TMZ is that how they report people's deaths like before families are notified,
Yeah.
which is fucked up. Like that's not journalism. Like calm down.
Yeah.
And like I mean, I guess they're the pioneers of paparazzi.
Yeah.
And so like that, but you're like, yeah, fucking harass the people who are supposed to be working for us and fucking up this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, harass them and be
Yeah.
like, why'd you, or like, what is it? Fuck Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi. But they originally got that from Billy Porter, who was, I think he said,
At a red-
fuck Nicki Minaj.
At a red carpet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of gone down the
Yeah,
pipeline.
yeah. It's the lexicon is evolving.
Yeah, for sure. Have you seen all the videos of like Gen Z who just like hates us even more? Girl, I don't get it.
It's just like when they're like, these are my tips for millennials being online, and it's like, girl, we curated this online space that you're in right
but also,
now.
how lame.
Yeah,
That's so lame. Like,
who cares?
who gives a shit?
How about you act professional at your job first?
Girl, they don't want jobs. They want to be like on TikTok.
You know, this is where I'm like torn about things where it's like Gen Z, what I have learned about Gen Z and the Gen Zers that I have interacted with in my day-to-day job is that they do have boundaries. And I'm like, good. But the other part of the first generation in me is very much like, you have to do things right. You have to be on your best and you have to like do the most.
Yeah.
Especially as like being Mexican and like being Mexican, being a woman, oof.
Yeah.
Or being like a person of color. Like there are certain things that are instilled in you, like certain like work ethics from your parents, like the situation, like the privilege that we don't come from, that when we're like, okay, now when you've got like a good steady job, that's what your parents wanted for you. Yeah. So like I'm torn between like judging somebody for having boundaries and being like, I should have boundaries myself because I don't have the mentality of like, it's 5 p.m. I'm going to log off. Like I don't, but is it wrong of me? It's wrong of me to judge somebody that does that, but it's like, no, like you're creating a boundary.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have no problems with that. What pisses me off is the whole like, I've just seen some really goofy ass videos of like 15-year-olds being like, they want to be us. They dress like us while they're wearing like
low-rise jeans.
What we wore in like middle school.
Los pinches gauchos that I had in 6th grade.
Yeah,
like,
or them being like they're goofy or like they're cringe. I'm like, you saying cringe is fucking cringe. Like,
what is it that you say? That you make fun of a millennial? Oh, he says elder millennial.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that video? Mm-mm. It's like panning. I think they're like roller skating, but it's like
roller derby. I think they
they're
look like roller derby women.
They're panning on this like line of women, and everybody's like saying like, what do they say?
They're saying how old they are.
Oh yeah, so they're saying like their age.
Yeah.
So they're all millennials, and then there's one that goes elder millennial. She didn't want to say her age. So cringe, but now that's all he says. He's like elder millennial.
The ones I've seen is where they go up to someone and they're like, what year were you born? And if it starts with 19, then they'll put like a picture of like Marie Antoinette. If they say that they were born in like 2004, they'll just do normal. But yeah, they'll put like different portraits of like old people.
Honestly, I say it's a flex to be born in the 90s.
Oh, they're also mad that millennials are claiming several decades. They're like, you can't claim the 90s, the 2000s. And this, it's like, what do you mean? Like, we lived during those eras. Why wouldn't we claim that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They're just like, I saw this video where like this, I don't think it was this guy that was just like going hard on the Gen Zers, being like, have a fucking personality first and then come for us. Like, you have no idea. Like the internet that exists today is the internet that's crafted by millennials. Like we are the ones that have that experience. Like I feel like it's really cool to say that you grew up not having internet or having the internet in one room. They call it like the internet room, which was like the fucking shared desktop big ass computer.
Yeah. To
now being like accessible like in any way, shape, or form, like via phone even. Like,
get off the internet. I need to use the phone.
Yes.
Remember that?
Oh my God. I was at a client meeting like back in like a month ago, and we did have a little talk about this, and talking about like internet and dial up, and like my client who was there, like she's young, like she's in her 20s, but she was like, wait, what? When we talked about like how you had to like hang up, like get offline to be on the phone.
Yeah.
Or like not, you couldn't use the phone when you were online, and or like the dial-up noises, and they're like, that's crazy. And I think it's very lucky for us to like have grown up with not that. Can you imagine growing up with like Snapchat?
Well,
I would have killed myself.
Oh no, yeah. Like I mean, it's no surprise like that all these red pillars feel insecure about their masculinity because they're just seeing these guys that are like on steroids.
The manosphere fucking thing. Did you watch?
Oh no, I didn't watch. No, because I knew it was gonna piss me off.
It's so fucking dumb, dude. It's like how you can just easily tell how like when there's no women around, these fuckers talk themselves up like this. But as soon as there's a woman next to you, they like backtrack.
Yeah.
And the guy that was like doing the documentary like called them out on that. I was like, interesting. Now you're willing to compromise? And he's like, well, like they just stumbled through it. And you're like, first of all those men, ugly.
Yeah.
Loser. Disgusto barfo. And they're like, I should be
on the top tier.
I should be afforded more than one woman while they don't even have a girlfriend right now.
Yeah.
And that's also what's terrifying. Like, can you imagine growing up with a manosphere shit? Like with the red pill type of shit? Like high school's already hard, you guys.
Yeah.
And then going through but anyways, yeah, the Gen Zers like being like, ugh, millennials. When it's like, how about they're like, oh, the guy was like, how about you make a call by yourself? How about you answer the phone? How about you make an appointment? How about you send an email? Because these are all the things that like stereotypically Gen Zers can't do, especially not having this fucking skills. I mean, having like being robbed of social skills throughout the whole pandemic.
Yeah. No, totally. And just on the cringe thing too, I'm like, you guys are the ones who invented this like dance on TikTok. I'm like, that shit's fucking cringe. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I will say, obviously there's a lot of millennial things that are cringe, or like looking back, like, what is it, all those BuzzFeed quizzes, or it's a wine o'clock, you know, like all those things. I fucking get that. The
Keep
infinity
calm
scarves
and carry on.
Yeah, like obviously, but like,
but that's
like,
the
mind
point.
Your business.
Everybody has those moments of like that define your generation and that are cringe.
Well, okay, like Ricky, because you're like a music aficionado. Luke and I I was telling him this. I don't know if he agreed with me, but I feel like our generation, or like the older millennials or whatever, like we had like a variety of music that just popped up, like those like scene music, or like, you know, pop kind of techno, like Lady Gaga, like all these things popped up. I can't think of anything that's happened within the last like 10 years that this new generation has done that I'm like, this is new to music.
The first thing that comes to mind is and only because it's been in the news lately, is like rappers, like
the genres,
bedroom, like SoundCloud rappers, or like bedroom rappers. That's always been a thing. But they've gotten, like today they've gotten really popular off YouTube, off SoundCloud, off TikTok, and that just didn't exist when we were growing up the way it exists now, and people are blowing up and getting an unnecessary amount of fame that they don't deserve.
But is the sound different? Is it that's what I'm trying to get at, is like, I don't know if
it's a little different. It's not my type of music, so I don't really listen to it. like I said, it's well, I've been listening to a lot of rap lately for a show I'm working on, but yeah, I just feel like there is a sound. I just don't know.
There is a sound, and it is different from, the early 2000s, but within the sound in rap today, and I'm gonna say like more modern rap, that does sound the same.
Yeah.
Because there's this clip of like, I don't even know who like what exactly the setting or the forum is, but it's Nelly, the rapper, talking about how he was like, are you kidding? Like when I was putting out music, like he's like, that was the toughest time because I was competing against like Juvenile, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Outkast, like, and he names like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 different rappers who all like, if you think about it, have very different sounds.
Yeah.
Like the Outkast music, it was not the same as like Nelly's, which was like southern rap.
Yeah.
Then we have like Paul Wall, who's like even more like a different type of southern, like, and then you have like East Coast, West Coast sounds, which for all of these like rappers to be in the game at the same time, it was more competitive because there's different types of sounds.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also like what's different today is that I don't think I hear a lot of different sounds in rap.
Yeah.
Granted, I gravitate a lot towards 90s and early 2000s hip hop because I feel like that was such a good time for music.
Yeah.
Me sounding like a boomer already, like, oh, my time. But like there was just so many different stuff, and I've always like really liked R&B and hip hop, which is not something that I pick up on like one thing, and like I think I joke about it with Mark all the time. But, like Ice Spice, I don't think she's good.
Is she Gen Z though?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just the same way Billie Eilish is.
Are they? I feel like they're on the cusp.
Oh, Billie Eilish is Gen Z.
Yeah.
She is.
She's like early 20s.
She was like a teenager, like
Pretty sure she was born. Let's see.
but like, and then like I've tried to listen to Ice Spice, and I don't fucking get it.
She was born in 2001. I mean, to be millennial, you have to have been entering I don't know. You have to.
I think it stops at the year 2000.
It stops at 1997.
Millennial?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2000.
Well, it's the term is not millennial. The term, we're Gen X. No, right?
No.
Gen
Do not age me like that, Linda.
Gen Y?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gen Y.
We're Gen Y.
1981 and 1996.
Millennial is just the term, but we're like Gen Y. So like I think it is more associated towards like entering a new millennium, like the generation that entered the millennium.
Interesting.
But I think it's always been like the cusp is always kind of weird. And like I feel like everybody's the more immersed you are in pop culture, because it's everywhere and it's accessible like across like TikTok and all that stuff. I think that's where the lines get a little bit blurred, because you learn stuff about early 2000s and the 90s, so you could come off as like a millennial.
Yeah, well, and I think there are some Gen Z people probably born after 2000 who probably hear millennials being like, that's our generation. They're like, well, I was there too. You might have been 15, but I was 7 years old, and I remember listening
Don't remember 9/11, no. That's the thing, like, what was it? Like, fucking, the millennials went through Columbine, right? Because that was like 98.
Yeah, I remember doing those. That's when, like, I remember, like, in elementary doing those, what would we call them? Where we would, like, turn off the lights. They would call them blackouts, or...
I don't know.
We would just do drills, like, if there was an active shooter.
Yeah, active shooter drills. Yeah. So, like, and then this is also what I hear, like, when millennials, like, clap back to, like, the Gen Zers are being like, okay, you guys, like, we have gone through, like, 2 recessions. We've gone through 2-3 different war. We're entering our 3rd war. Like, we have gone through the housing market crashing. We've gone through the fucking pandemic. We went through like the swine flu that happened in like 2005 or whatever. Like, no, 2000. This was like high school, because my prom had to be rescheduled because of the time.
It was like H1N1 too.
Yes, like there's just like so many things that like this generation has like experienced all through formative years. And I think that's what it means, that like you had like, I don't know, the cognitive ability to like see these things happen and understand what is happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, for a Gen Zer to say like, oh, I was alive during 9/11. Okay, but what do you remember of it? Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I do get defensive, but then I'm just like, it doesn't matter. I don't like that there's a possibility that we might be fragmented, because a lot of people are saying Gen Z is like kind of going more conservative, or like,
yes.
so that's the thing that upsets me. It's just like, what happened where you think that like you're better than the rest of us, or you think that you have it figured out, and that you think the best solution is to just like dog on anything before that. And then the things you do discover, you're going to repackage it and be like, oh, see, like we're doing it better. We like rediscovered it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that like pisses me off.
Somebody
about
on
it.
TikTok compared Gen Z to the boomers
Yeah.
in the mentality of like, we're the ones that are doing it.
Well, I'm just interested to see what happens when they have to get a job. Like, what is that going to be like?
They won't.
Well, that's what scares me. Like, what's going to happen to like the economy? What's going to happen to all that? And another thing too, I'm sorry, but fuck you if you're doing gentle parenting. I don't believe in that shit anymore. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're doing this stuff for this shop that Luke and I are opening, which we'll give you details later once we have more stuff that we have in the works. But I went to Michael's, and I don't know. I think I was telling you off camera, I was like, there's a lot of tension in the world. I feel like at any point, shooter could come in, someone could say something to me, someone goes aggro. You know, you just kind of go into these I don't know if you felt it, but when you go to public spaces, I feel like I have to like watch myself. Like I'm just kind of like, so I'm already kind of agitated, you know, whatever. There's fucking two kids yelling at each other and their parents in the Michael's, like, Mom, where are you? And then the mom responded, no, I'm over here. And it kept going back and forth for 10 fucking minutes.
You're like, you can't find her?
But I'm just like, that is so rude. Like, why would you do that? Like, if I did that, my mom would have, like, been so pissed at me. If you had screamed, like, Mama, ¿dónde estás? Like, really loud, what would your mom have done?
I mean, probably be really embarrassed.
But these moms didn't seem at all bothered. They're like, I'm over here, sweetie, like yelling just as loud as the kids. And they're just like running around, touching things. And I'm just like, no. Okay, we already see the way Gen Z fucking turned out. We don't need any more fucking brats. I'm sorry, we don't. Like, I've seen a lot of really misbehaved kids. They don't say excuse me. They just fucking walk around like they own the place. I'm not for that shit.
Hot take.
Is it? That you should give your kids like some sort of like... That's the thing. That's
chingazo.
Right. This is what separates us from animals, is that like, I don't know, we live in like a society and like we're supposed to like interact with other people.
Yeah.
I don't think that's too much to ask for. Like your child's not that fucking special.
Yeah, no, yeah. Or it's like when those like the airplane, when it's like switching seats so that my kid can have the window, and they're like, and it's like, no, like I paid for this.
Yeah.
There was also like, you guys, I'm also sometimes chronically online, but another video I saw was that this person is like eating something, and then the kid is like staring, and then the mom goes, oh, it's okay, he can have some. And the person's like, the fuck, he can't? Like, what? Like, this is my food. Like, no. The other funny part, though, is that when, like, Mexicans now do, like, te va a llevar el señor, or te va a llevar la muchacha.
Yeah, that's how I grew up. It's like when you went out in public, you weren't supposed to take up space, which maybe in some ways did affect me negatively, but, like, there's a balance. And I will say that to my generation, because y'all are the ones raising these fucking kids. Like, do better. Do better. Like,
I can't wait for your parenting advice when I have kids.
Well, I hope you raise them right. I don't think Ricky is going to allow gentle parenting, I think.
Are you kidding me? He's like the one that's going to let them get away with everything.
100%. She is the one who won't allow gentle parenting.
So wait, but I can't. Because
I'll be like,
no, because
¿Quieres llorar de verdad?
no, because you say that, but like I know you. One of your values is like being polite, like not taking up space, like not being rude. I can't imagine you're just gonna let your kid do whatever when they're in a public space.
I think you could do that without doing what our parents did.
Right, there's a balance to
There's
something.
a balance, but
it's like it takes a lot of unlearning to do. So like, who knows if we're even gonna get it right?
Unlearned it. I already unlearned it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Again, we are speaking from a place of having no kids.
People say you're never ready to have kids. I'm ready.
Oh my God.
I think every other parent before me didn't know what they were doing.
Oh, you have
just,
all the answers.
I just feel passionate about it because I just see, and again, it could just be that we're just being fed all the bad parts of humanity right now on social media. I just see the way people treat each other. And I just worry that like the way these kids are acting now, I'm like, I don't know, it might get worse.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like the fact that people think it's okay to like go to a service worker, bitch at them and then throw their food at them. I hope, not saying that that's going to happen here, but like I would hope we teach our kids to like have some respect in some way.
Yeah, of course.
You know, excuse me, please, thank you.
I think that also comes from like, again, like who we are and like what we grew up with.
Yeah.
I think even if I was gentle parenting, and I'm using that word loosely because I technically don't know what falls under the gentle parenting umbrella, but I think there's like a moment to be stern, right? To be like, you are not going to allow this. You are not going to allow this type of disrespect, in a way to like that you want to like balance it from like how you grew up.
Yeah.
To how you want to change things. Because one thing that my cousin who she has one kid, a daughter who's like super fucking cute. But she is very aware of like what she grew up with and what she's trying to unlearn, and catches herself like either being too like rough, well not rough because she doesn't hit her, like stern. But in that stance of being like, I'm never gonna hit my child.
Yeah.
Because we were beat like, and so she's like, I'm trying to like unlearn that, but I think she also catches herself in moments of like losing patience or like feeling like she can't handle it anymore. And so, I mean, I guess I would understand like how you could like either burst and like yell at your kid or completely ignore it. Like,
well, I just like in that example of those kids, like I would have liked to hear them on been like, if you need to find me,
inside voice, you guys.
Yeah, something. It was just kind of like they just went on with their conversation.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I've just seen
Were they
videos. White? Yes, and I saw a video too of this mom who tried to take her teen's laptop away so he didn't play video games. I don't know. He threw a fit, broke the laptop, broke her TV, and like got really violent about it. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of like gentle parenting that I'm just like, how the fuck did we get here?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how do you create a child that does that? Because even the mom was shocked. I'm like, you raised him. What are you shocked by?
Yeah, like it's, I guess that's like not teaching consequences to your actions. Like, sure, you can do whatever you want, but you have to realize that there's consequences to what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the right thing to do is. Like if your kid throws a tantrum and throws something heavy at you, what do you do?
I'll throw it the fuck back. Are you kidding
I don't know
me?
if you say like, we don't do that and that's timeout. Is that enough? I don't know. Like I think of those times with the Super Nanny? Do you remember that show? I feel like she was good at like being stern and not being too gentle or too aggressive, but like, I don't know. I guess
Is that where the kid like gets upset when they're gonna throw away his like chicken nuggets and he's like yelling that he doesn't want?
I don't know. There's been several.
I mean, I think I would like to think that I have an idea of what kind of parent I want to be or how I want to parent. But I mean, it's also very, very possible that all of that goes out the window as soon as there's a child in front of me and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. And I think too, like, it's kind of just, I think it's luck with the personality of the child.
Dude, what if my kid is so uncool? What am I gonna do?
Well, okay, like for example, I know we've talked about
Imagine.
you,
What if
like
he's a loser?
you've talked about how you're like your brothers are kind of like the baddies, and like because
Yeah.
of that you grew up differently. Do you think that if that didn't happen, like, do you think you would be a different person? Do you think they would have parented you different? Or do you think because you're a girl, they parented you in a very methodical way?
I mean, there's differences for sure, but I think like it wasn't just my parents. I think it was like what how I just saw like other people behave where I was like, I don't want to act that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like they were the reason why I couldn't skip school.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you guys, I guess you shouldn't skip school, but like why I couldn't just tell my mom, I don't want to go to school today, and her being like, no, because she was like traumatized from my brother never.
Did you have strict curfews?
Uh,
Were they like, you better not sneak out?
well, no, because like I wouldn't go out.
But if you did,
Yeah, I mean, one time they were really mad at me when I got home late, but like that was it. They were just
Yeah.
mad at me.
so then I guess it was kind of like you never felt the need to like sneak out or anything or do stuff like that.
No, 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 no.
So it was your personality.
Yeah, but also like and I think I talked about this before, where like my friends would come over and my mom would let my friends come over just because she thought they were gay, and then I was like, no, mom, only one of them's gay. But I feel like, I guess maybe if I didn't have, I don't know, I'm having a hard time thinking about it because,
Well, because it's like a what if, you know, you don't know.
well, I one thing that I have said before too, Ricardo, is that I think I would have been different if my dad hadn't passed away. I think that would have influenced my decisions about being in Laredo more.
Interesting. Okay.
So, because like, I love my mom, no shade to my mom, but like I grew like my dad, like true daddy's girl, right? Like he would take me to McDonald's every Friday. He would buy me a Happy Meal every Friday. He would give me anything that I wanted. And okay, but I mean, also like my parent, like we weren't like rich or anything, but I feel like I never felt like my dad wasn't giving me stuff. Like he would, when I got my period for the first time, he's the one that went to the store with me.
Oh, no way.
And he would buy me my pads, and I would stand at the edge of the aisle, and I'd just be like, the ones with wings, and he would be like, estos, and then he would get the diapers, estos, like just to embarrass me. But like, I think everybody favors a parent more, right? And so like I loved my dad. Like my mom would be like, wash your dishes, and my dad would be like, yo lo hago, mija. So he would like do that stuff. And like, so like when he passed away, like that changed everything for me. And when he passed away, like my mom and I had a very contentious relationship for like a couple of years because we were both grieving.
Yeah.
And but I do think about like if he hadn't have passed away when I was like 15, I think I would have been very different.
You would have stayed in Laredo.
I would have stayed in Laredo.
Do you think you would have married your ex?
Ugh, barf.
Disgusto Barfo.
Disgusto barfo.
Who knows, right?
Who knows? But I think like I would have, and I guess it sounds bad saying it out loud because like here I am living in another city away from my mom, but like I feel like if I had left, then I would have gone home more.
Yeah.
Because when I was young and I would go to San Antonio to spend the summer with my cousin, my dad would call me and would cry that he missed me.
Oh.
Like he just like could not live without me. And so I think that like that would have influenced a lot of my decisions.
Yeah.
Like staying at home, like maybe going to college there, maybe moving, but later in life.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely shaped me. But yeah, my brothers were fucking baddies, and that's why my mom was like kind of strict. But I think I was also like, Mom, I'm obviously not gonna do that. Like I obviously do care about school. Like they just didn't care about it. So like that's why they didn't like fuck with it.
I would love to interview one of your brothers to ask, because like I just couldn't imagine as a kid. I was too scared to like sneak out.
Dude,
and stuff.
like
I don't know. Like my parents, I guess they were just like, I don't know. We just didn't do that.
Well,
I wish I could have.
honestly, like, this isn't on my parents. It's just on my brothers being like, pinches cabrones. But even Joaquin is like, hey, when are you gonna let me go on your podcast? And I was like, sure, if you got some air, like some rumors to clear up, sure, we'll have you. But like, yeah, like he would put the car on neutral, him and his friend push it out, leave.
Yeah, that takes balls.
I could not have, I don't even think I know how to do that today. Like,
yeah, no, I also think about two other gay people like my age who like are like hooking up in high school or like meeting up with older guys. I never even thought like to do that, or like that felt so scary to me. Like even like when I went to college, like hooking up was like still like scary to me. And a lot of gay people do talk about that. They're like, yeah, it is like really risky for me to just meet a random guy on Grindr and like go to his apartment. I was just always well aware of that. Like the dick wasn't worth it to me.
you're like,
But for some people, they're like,
it's not worth going missing.
yeah, I mean, and that's another thing too, is there's been a lot of cases of people infiltrating Grindr to like meet up with gay people and like beat them up and kill them.
I did see a documentary on that too.
Yeah.
It's just,
Okay. I think we need to wrap up because we have to meet
Okay.
a friend.
Oop,
for
okay,
drinks.
let's talk about our outfits.
Yes.
You know who I just saw? I saw Matthew. Matthew, shout out to you. I saw him yesterday. He was like, "Where's the podcast?" But he said that he's like, I just have to picture the outfits because he doesn't watch us. He listens to us, and I was like,
He's like, what's a Balenciaga boot?
I was like,
What is that?
I'm like, you tell me if you can picture a Balenciaga boot, Matthew, please. But tell me about your outfit.
I'm pretty casual, I guess. So I've got my Bottega boots. I've got these patchwork denim shorts, and then I have this shirt that I bought at Tilly's when I was like their marketer before I was let go. And then I've got some jewelry on.
Cute. Cash. Keeping it cash on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a black like mini skirt short that I got off of Amazon.
Whore.
Oh, you guys. And then I've got this mesh green top with flowers on it that I got at Nordstrom Rack.
With your bra showing?
With my bra showing, but it's black, the bra, so it's very classy. And then I have what I'm trying out, you guys, is I'm wearing my Doc Marten black sandals, but I'm wearing like frilly socks with them because I Googled how, I was like, do people wear Docs with sandals?
Yeah.
And then I saw some pictures and I was like, okay, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
So this is my look. And of course I washed my hair because I worked out today. So I washed my hair because I was like super sweaty. And now I've got this amazing blowout.
You're like, I'm high on like what endorphins right now?
Yes. So I'm ready to go out and have a cocktail and just relax with my girls.
What does Elle Wood say about endorphins? She's like,
Endorphins make you happy.
Yeah.
Happy people don't
kill people.
Don't kill people. They just don't.
I love that. Well, we're back and we'll be back for the foreseeable future. And
We're back till we need to take another break, you guys.
until I get another leak in my house.
But we are gracing you with our presence. Imagine, I haven't even looked at our TikTok, but imagine we go to TikTok and nobody follows us anymore because we just went missing.
We have 1,000 followers.
You guys. I'll name every single one of you next time.
We'll do all the names right here. But yeah, we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye. Everyone.
Bye.